Another twist in the case of the loan processor accused of murdering his clients. Ronald Santiago is finally scheduled to go on trial in June for the murders of John and Bernadette Ohlemacher back in 2005. With just 4 months left to prepare, prosecutors say they're waiting to get their hands on some documents they didn't know existed, sealed at the request of the defense. More than 7 years after John and Bernadette Ohlemacher were gunned down in their home off Dover Northwest, their families are still waiting for justice. That's because this case has had a lot of twists and turns. Now another one. Recently filed court documents show just a year after the murders, Ronald Santiago's attorneys got an order for Verizon Wireless to turn over Santiago's cell phone records, then got them sealed by Judge Pat Murdoch.
We just found out about that, and we're looking into that to see if what was done was appropriate and to try to obtain the information that was placed under seal.
Do you know how important that information is at this point?
We don't know what it is.
The new judge on this case has ordered the documents unsealed and asked Verizon to produce them a second time. I know the judge signed this, but is there any thought that the defense was trying to hide this?
We don't know. We don't have enough information, and hopefully we will at some point in time to make that determination.
Santiago's attorney Joseph Riggs says they're not trying to hide anything. He says it's their right to seal discovery items unless they plan to use them at trial. And he says the prosecution got these same documents during a search warrant, but just didn't realize it. While prosecutors are waiting on that to be worked out, they're also looking into new allegations that Judge Murdoch personally knew Ronald Santiago before his arrest because Santiago handled Murdoch's mortgage.
Something came up in a pretrial interview that said that there might have been some connection. We don't know if that's true or not. We have reason at this point to believe it's true, but that's under investigation, and we are looking into that as well.
Murdoch is no longer on this case. He left the bench in 2011 after his arrest in a prostitution scandal. But if the allegations turn out to be true,
it might potentially have impacted some of the decisions on motions and things of that nature. And so it's our job to make sure that every decision that was made that's important to the case was made fairly and impartially.
Santiago's attorney says the Murdoch-Santiago connection came up when Murdoch was still on the case, and Murdoch assured everyone there was no conflict of interest. Now, Judge Murdoch's rulings have come under question several times in this case. He ruled for the defense on some key evidence issues, only to have those rulings overturned by the Supreme Court.